Hello, I'm Michael, Mr. Senior. I'll be reading a book to you today called Percy and TumTum, A Tale of Two Dogs. In the little old town of River Edge Waterwood, there was an animal shelter. And in that shelter lived a cushy, cuddly, roly-poly dog named TumTum. So cushy and cuddly was he that people could not resist going inside to play with him. TumTum had many talents and dazzled everyone he met with his charming personality. It wasn't long before a family came to take TumTum home with them. It was both a happy and sad occasion for all. "Goodbye, TumTum," they said. "Promise you'll come back and visit us soon." Look, even the guards are crying and sad. They don't want to see TumTum go. TumTum's new family was eager to welcome him to his new home. But there was one member of the family who would not be charmed by his newcomer. Do you see who that is? In that window right there. His name was Percy. TumTum loved to make new friends. When he introduced himself to Percy, TumTum greeted him with a little dance. Everyone thought it was an adorable gesture, but Percy just sneered. He would never stoop to be friends with such a silly dog. For Percy was serious and dignified by nature. To him, the clownish TumTum was nothing but a dopey nuisance. It galled Percy to see TumTum receiving so much attention. They only liked him because of his big fluffy coat, he thought to himself. TumTum knew many amazing tricks. His amazing performances drew in large crowds, and he was often the life of the party. Percy didn't think much of TumTum's talents. "I can do that," he scoffed. Percy played pranks on TumTum that weren't very funny. Ooh, what is Percy up to? That's not good. Sometimes he was downright mean. Oh, poor TumTum, locked in a cage. Percy's not being very nice, is he? But TumTum never let it bother him. Sleeping in the bed with Mommy. As TumTum accepted the Pet of the Year award at the summer block party, Percy looked on in disgust. Enough was enough. Percy had a brilliant idea which made him snicker so hard he almost fell over. He ran home as fast as his stubby little legs could carry him. You see the party for TumTum? And there's Percy. You see Percy? Hiding in a tree. Looking down. That night, everyone in the house lay sound asleep. Percy crept downstairs until he reached the snoring TumTum. TumTum was dreaming of chasing butterflies through a meadow and did not hear the snip, snip of the scissors on his big fluffy coat. Oh no, what did he do to TumTum? He cut TumTum's hair. Percy was very satisfied with himself when he finished the haircut. He slinked back upstairs and soon fell asleep and dreamed he was king of the neighborhood dogs. Look at Percy just having a good night's sleep after he did that mean thing. But the next morning, things did not go according to plan. Let's see what happens next. TumTum awoke and went out for his morning walk. Something was different, he thought. Those who saw him did a double take, for without his big fluffy coat, TumTum was hard to recognize. But his goofy smile gave him away. The neighborhood girls thought he looked adorable. The old lady next door knitted him a sweater for chilly days. The young men nodded with approval. Look at TumTum. The Rottweilers and the Pitbulls admired TumTum's daring new look, as did the Poodles and the Chihuahuas. Even the cats liked it. Meow. The townspeople were inspired by TumTum's new look, and they lined up to get their haircut just like his. It wasn't his fur after all, thought Percy. It was TumTum's sparkling personality everyone adored. TumTum, who was new in town, had made many friends. And Percy, he suddenly realized, didn't have any. Maybe it was time to give TumTum a chance, he thought, and he knew just how to begin his apology. Now you see Percy is feeling sorry for what he did, and he realized that TumTum is just a good dog. Percy had a new plan. He settled himself in front of the mirror and gave himself a haircut, just like the one he'd given to TumTum. Percy had gained two things that day: a new look and a new friend. Look at that. Percy and TumTum both shaved their hair, had haircuts, and became friends. The end. I hope you enjoyed this book, Percy and TumTum, A Tale of Two Dogs. Bye.